Hello, and congratulations to the Gull High School class of 2011. My name is Studebaker, and it is my honor to speak here tonight as your salutatorian. Now, when I received the call from Mr. Eastman last Friday, asking if I could give a speech about reflection, I thought, well, that's kind of a weird topic for a graduation speech, but hey, I'm good at physics, I'll give it a try. So I thought back to my days in physics when I learned about reflection and the reflective properties of waves. I know Gruss will agree with me when I say that reflection is the change in direction of a wave caused by a collision with a new medium, so that the wave returns to the medium from which it came. I recall that the angle at which a wave hits a surface is equal to the angle at which it's reflected. After drawing many ray diagrams, I found that 1 over O plus 1 over I equals 1 over F, where O is the distance of an object from a mirror, I the... Okay. I was supposed to give a speech about reflecting on my time at Gull. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. It's fine. So, reflection. I think the physics still applies. In one case, a wave is being sent back to where it came from. Here, we're taking a look back on how we got here. Our minds are being sent back to the beginning, so we can experience our cherished memories again and learn from our experiences going forward. Now, it'd be easy for me to just stand up here in front of all of you and recite some sentimental quotes from famous poets and share some highly personal anecdotes. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We know what we are, but not what we may be. That one was Shakespeare. I'm glad we had the times together to just laugh and sing a song. Seems like we just got started, and before you know it, the times we had together were gone. You know who that was? It's Dr. Seuss. Here's one from Gary Boulding. Your families are extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the sense of relief they're experiencing. This would be a most opportune time to ask for money. And one last one, the task is worth the hassle. These are all very relevant and interesting quotes that bring up a lot of reflecting thoughts. But right now, let's take a look back on that hassle that earned you that tassel. We began our journey freshman year. Boy, what a year. I'm sure all of us remember walking into this new building where the classes were longer and the kids were bigger. It was a new experience, but for me at least, it was a fun one. I specifically remember one day when I was walking through the hall, and Alex Vavra, who was probably the biggest kid in school, stopped me and asked me how much I weighed. Having no idea whether to answer or to just run, I meekly replied, 100 pounds? How small. A smirk grin came to his face, and the next question he asked was if I wanted to join the wrestling team. Not knowing what to say, I brought the question home to my family. There, my mom was pretty worried I'd get hurt, and my dad threw me in a headlock and said, son, you're not ready. Together, we decided that I would at least go in and see if I liked it. So the next day, I went in after school to the locker room, and with the whole varsity wrestling team around me, stepped on the scale. We watched as the numbers flashed, figuring out which combination of digits to display, and finally, the scale read 99.9. And the whole team cheered. And that was my tryout for the varsity wrestling team. I had achieved something that no other kid in the school could, which was to weigh less than 103 pounds. Sure, I got my butt kicked on the mat that season, but that's not the point. The point is that, like many of you, I tried something new, and I became a part of a community within our Gull community. I became part of a team. See, high school really is a time for pushing your boundaries and trying new things. So think back with me on all the new things you tried in high school. Remember the friends you've made, remember the clubs you joined, remember the things you became better at and the things you'll never try again. Remember the dances, the football games, the times on the lake, and for some of you, the times in detention. Remember that we are the first class to spend 4 years in the new building, and we're the last class to compete in the Wolverine Conference, the last class to win the Wolverine All-Sports Championship. Remember the teachers that inspired you and the friends and family that have helped you along the way? Remember that awesome food fight? I don't, because I wasn't there, but you still can. It's cool. At the end of the day, we all have so many great memories to reflect on. We all spent these unforgettable years together, and we can all proudly call Gull Lake our home. And I know how sad it can be to realize it's all coming to an end as we go our separate ways, but to lighten the mood, let me leave you with this one last quote from Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. So let's take these memories we've made and look toward the future. To take us down that road, I proudly present our valedictorian, Joe Walbridge.